Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of From the Ground Up with myself, Jamie. We have been busy. We've been spending again. One of the big purchases is that right there. That is our new combine, and we're going to come back and have a closer look at that. Once we've got rid of the next couple of items on the back of my gooseneck behind me here. As I mentioned, I was talking to you about the idea of purchasing a skid steer. Well, we've done it. We've got a Bobcat, and it was very cheap actually, just a little over $25,000, not much at all. And we've got it with a bucket and a grab for now. I'm gonna try. Ooh, it's a bit tight. We'll just give it a bit of time. That lovely. I'm going to try and find like a bale spike to go with it at some point. And as you can see from looking back there as well, we've also got a water tanker that was going to be quite crucial for us on the livestock. The reason we're getting that because we are hopefully expecting to see some livestock appearing on the farm very soon, which will be fantastic news. Really looking forward to getting the cattle back. It's going to be a really good moment. I don't know how many we're going to go to. There isn't actually an auction coming up tomorrow, so we're going to take a wander to that and see what's available. I need to try and find a livestock trailer we can borrow to bring them home in, because I don't have one at the moment. So we'll have to look into that one. But yeah, it's going to be great news that we're really starting to establish ourselves here. So looking forward to see what we can do with the cattle, see how many we can get, and bring them onto the farm and get them low and up and working again. Really, that's what's going to be fundamentally crucial for us. Currently, there isn't a lot of grass, so we might have to see what we can do about that. We have no hay or fodder at the moment either, or straw for that matter, so we'll have to see if we can devise a way to get some. But for now, like I say, we'll just we'll keep on rolling our way. We're going to get these two things back to the yard. The combine at the moment doesn't have a header trailer, so we need to look into that as a bit of a priority. So we're going to we'll probably take the gooseneck back up and just see if we can load the header onto the gooseneck for now, just to get it back to the yard, and then we'll find a way to deal with it moving forward. We'll figure something out, that much I can say for sure. But yeah, it's another beautiful day. Lovely spring weather here, must say. It's been glorious. Not only, actually more breaking news, not only did we buy the combine, we also struck up a lease agreement for the field of barley that was next to the combine. So we are expanding bit by bit. We've got another little field there. Financially speaking, we're doing alright still. We need to spend a little bit more money yet to strike a deal for the purchasing of the header, so I need to go and do that. We've agreed and bought outright the combine, but we just need to look. We've got two headers, a corn header and a regular cereal crop header, so we need to think about which one we'd like to use or cost wise. And ideally we will be bringing some corn onto the farm, but it's just not there yet, so we'll have to wait and see. Alright then, so we've got just a basic Joskin water bowser here. We needed something just to pull water around the yard from the... We have a license to empty from the lake, or to extract from the lake. So we need something we could use for that. But the Bobcat is the main thing I'm intrigued about. We're just going to unstrap these. Jump up. So it's relatively new. We've got about... At the moment here, it had about 300 hours on the clock, registered as a 2014 model. Nice and quiet inside, I must say. This is really nice. I'm just gonna, without knocking anything. Visibility out the back is something I'm gonna have to get used to, because I can't see where I'm going down this ramp. Well, we've done it. We're down. There we go. So that's one thing that's a bit weird, but never mind, we'll figure that one out. And I think we're going to stick it into the workshop for now. So we'll just get out and open up the workshop door. Stuff nice and small, but yeah, it's a nice looking little machine actually. Very interested to see how this works. There is a more common preference here for farmers to use Bobcats and skid steers of all sorts. So I'm intrigued to see how it's going to go. Obviously back in the UK, from my experience, it's typically always either front loader tractors or telehandlers of some description. So yeah, interested to see it for sure. It's getting a little bit of getting used to on the controls. We'll get that. There we go. I might have to get out and give this one a shunt. I don't think I can go too much further. Oh no, we've got it. There we go. And away. Lovely stuff. So here we are, in the flesh, a nice big skid steer. Look at that. This is pretty cool. We're gonna have a play with this, I think, at some point today. So we'll leave it out. But yeah, that's gonna see us good for a while. So we now have 2 loaders on the farm. This one and the old loader in front of the farm hall. Speaking of which, we will go and find that, and we need to unload this water tank. Another lovely day. Barely any cloud cover really. It's looking great. No, it's in this one over here. There we go. So some people may be thinking, well, why have you got a second loader? This loader here is, it can serve a purpose, it'll do a job, but it's a little bit slow at times. There we go. So yeah, it's nice to get a different option in there. So if when we're carting our hay bales in, when we've got those to haul in, we can leave one of these in the field and still stack them at the other end, which is going to be something we'll be doing quite a lot of this year, let me tell you that. I think hay is going to be one of our main crops here, given the amount of grassland we do have. Take this up. I am also looking in to see if I can get someone to come out here and bag some silage for me, and do some siloing that way, because that should be quite an interesting way to go. Ah, looks beautiful as always. Oh. So I think what we'll do, we're going to have a little bit of a drive. We're going to go and drive down to the lake, see if we can fill this up. And yeah, we'll get just have a look at the cattle situation really. See if there's any work we need to do to the pens or to the building. Because I don't think we've been used for a while. So I'd be surprised if there isn't any little touch-up jobs or maintenance bits and pieces we need to think about. Never really know. Grass is really kicking on around here though, it's fantastic to see. Alright, there we go. So we've got the pump working here. We don't want to take too much out of this lake, to be honest. Lovely colour actually. It's really nice. I'll have to get my fishing rod out there. I'm sure there'll be something loitering in there. So we're going to leave this for a little bit longer. It's going to get itself filled up nicely, and then we'll go and fill up the water troughs and see if we've got any leaks and see if there's anything else we need to concentrate on. So we do need to go and have a look at the combine, see if we can find out where this header's gone to, amongst other things, get all that set up. So we're going to park up the combine again. Oh, park up the combine. We'll park up the farm hall here. We might just take that back around the corner actually. Maybe find a little shed in here to stick this water tanker into. And then we're going to take out the pickup with the flatbed on, because I don't think at the moment the combine comes with a header trailer of any sort. We need to kind of source one of those. Although for a lot of our land, our land, there may not be too much of a need because it's all kind of backing onto each other. And unlike back home in the UK where there's lots of hedgerows and small lanes, we are pretty open here. So we might just need to move the header once, so we possibly could get away with it on the back of the truck. I don't know. We'll have to have a look into that one. But for now, we're just going to leave this hooked off, park this into here, and that's perfect. Lovely stuff. So we'll leave that for now, and then we're going to jump back out the way we came on the truck, and we're going to have a look at this combine. So we'll come back to you when we're all ready and set up, trying to find this header, I suppose. Okay then, folks, so here we are, back along the road that we just came up earlier, actually. But this time we're just going to swing into here. We've got the gooseneck on the back, and it is a little bit tight in here, so we just need to try and swing our way in a bit better. And hope that we don't cut That's the gate post there, looking good. That gooseneck trailer is blooming long. Alright, so they had 2 combines for sale. This John Deere, I think this is the 8800 or 8820 or something, but we won't be going for that one. Unfortunately, there is also the header here as well. Now, at some point down the line, I will be looking to try and find a corn header. We don't actually have any corn ready or even indeed planted at the moment, but that is something we're going to be looking into. We are going to be looking to find a good corn drill as well. We want a planter. I want to get that up and running. At the moment we do have, I think you can just see it over the hill there, we do have some sugar beet, which I'm not particularly fond of, and it's not growing too well, to be honest, at the moment. So there is a strong chance that we might just get someone to come in and disc that in, let the sheep, someone's sheep come in, work it down for a little bit, and then just get rid of it, because it's not growing very well at the moment, and it's a field that we could plant a lot better. And to be honest, also, there's not a great market around here for sugar beet these days, so have to look into it. But more importantly, here is our lovely brand new combine, Case Axial Flow 2388. Now this is not too old by the grand scheme of things. I think this one in particular is about 10 years old. Not very many hours on the clock. It's got about 1200 hours, and of which I think about 750 of those are drum hours, which means it's only actually been threshing, combining for about 750 hours, which is good news for us. And yeah, it's looking very nice. We're going to jump on into the cab here. Go up there, that's perfect. So you can see a nice, quite simple cab. Got everything we need, got all the mod cons, air conditioning. We do have hydrostatic drive. So yeah, very nice little machine actually. So we're going to give it a turn over. There we go. And all I think we'll do is we'll just slowly, let's kick it back in reverse. We're going to rock this back a touch. I'm going to take it back up the field, hook the header trailer, and see if we can get the header trailer to fit onto the gooseneck trailer, because that'll make things an awful lot easier. And then, like I say, yeah, we're going to keep our eye out for a corn header at some point. But yeah, this was, as far as the farm's kind of rebirth, if you like, this was the important factor that we needed to get locked down. Combines are an extraordinarily big investment, particularly larger modern scale machines. This machine, though, allows us to get a good output to start with. We don't have a lot of cereal crops at the moment, so it can more than comfortably handle what we do have currently, and it will also continue to provide extra capacity for us moving forward, which is pretty crucial. So that's very nice. So we'll get this plugged in, and then that's a good piece on the farm, really, and then we can look to move on elsewhere. This should see us for the next couple of years at least, by which point we'll know just how big a scale we're going to grow to, and what output we need to focus on. There are some huge combines in this area, of which I'd love to go and get a ride on one or two of them, but that's a job for another time, really, to see if we can befriend a local farmer. So as you see, there's a quite large pickup or header on the front of it. This is a little under 9 meters, so plenty of width for us to start with. I mean, to be honest, 9 meters is plenty big enough. On my farm in the UK I used to work on, we drove a Class Selection 740 here with a 9 meter header on, so you can see this is plenty big enough. And yeah, it should be a great little machine, very immaculate condition. I'm just going to lift up the header here. And we go, lift that up. Bring out the auger, which should appear shortly there. Do we get to see it? There we go. Perfect, so we'll leave that and we'll go have a quick look around. So as you can see, it's, despite being left on the roadside for sale for a while, it's in great condition. What we'll probably end up doing here is giving it a wax over before we use it, put it into the shed and give it a wax coat just to keep it looking healthy. Kind of keep the metalwork protected a little bit longer. Yeah, ultimately it looks great. It should be a fantastic combine for us. Very happy with it. Looking forward to getting it back to the yard. So what we'll do, I'm thinking, just have a walk over here. There's no reason I can't see why we can't just, for the short drive at least, just sit this onto here, because this main road's a little bit busy and a bit narrow to take the header on. And like I say, I might try and, if I can find like a scrap header trailer, I might try and get one of those and restore it. But we don't have one for now, so we'll have to make do with this. But it's a smart looking combine, very impressed with it. Get that back in. think that is just us about done. Let's see. Well, there we go, folks. Just like that, we are done. Now, unfortunately, there is only me here at the moment, so what I'm going to do... I really want to take the combine home, but I should probably take my truck home to start with. We're going to leave the combine up here out the way for now. I'll have to get a lift up to come pick this up in a short while, and then we'll take the trailer back on down. In fact, no. I'm going to take the combine home. Like a child with a new toy. We'll move this out the way, so we're not blocking the owner's road here. And this is our field of spring barley as well that we need to come and have a look at, make sure it's looking okay. It's probably going to want some broadleaf fertilizer spraying on here very shortly, but we'll see. Have a quick look at that later on when we come back for the truck. I'll have to see if I can get someone to maybe give me a lift over, or it's going to be a long old walk. But yeah, we're going to jump back in. It's a smart looking combine for its age, I must say. It looks fantastic. So we're going to just get some lights on here. Make sure everyone can see us for the world coming. Got the hazard lights on as well. We'll just cruise on home early. Going to be spending a lot of hours in here in the years to come. I'm very much looking forward to getting the harvest under our belts here. It should be fantastic. Really will be good to see the Lone Oak Farm back to the major powerhouse that we know. Oh no, is this going to be a bit tight? Blimey neck, that was a bit narrow. Alright then, away we go. So coming up in the next few days and weeks, we've got quite a lot of things to get on with, really. We will be... I've got a few jobs to do for some neighbours coming up in the next couple of days. Pulling in a few favours for people, really. So I have some cultivation to go and do for those lovely folks, and we'll see how that comes along. So that'd be nice to kind of get to know some of the neighbours. Elsewhere, the Livestock Auction is coming up, which is going to be very big. Going to be very interesting for us to see how that goes, and hopefully there is a seller going there with a lovely crop of second-year-old heifers. So we'll have to go and have a look to see what they look like, to see if we can really up our introduce some livestock back to Lone Oak. But before we do that, I might need to go and take the truck out and get some fodder for them, because our grass isn't ready to cut yet. So we're going to need something to keep them fed up for the time being. But we will look into that one a little bit further over the coming few days. As you can see, people's crops are growing and growing well. So yeah, it's going to be a lot for us to think about, really. And we'll see how we can get going. But for now, we're going to just continue rumbling home, take the combine back to the yard. Probably stick it straight into the workshop, I would imagine, so we can have a good look over it. See how it fares up, and then we will take it from there. At this stage, though, I would like to say thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly hosts my blogs here. And we will see you in the next episode. So until then, I hope you enjoy yourself, do stay safe, and we'll catch you in the next one.